Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. We have officially moved on to Newcrest. Oasis Springs is now done and Willow Creek is done. While I'm recording these videos, I am still working on like little tweaks in the other two worlds. But like the general structure of those two worlds are done. For Newcrest, we are starting out with a playground. So even though Newcrest to me is like a downtown Willow Creek area, um, so it's like 95% community lots. Um, there's a small apartment building and then 3 houses in this neighborhood, this first neighborhood that we're working in, and that's it for like residentials. Um, but I struggled a lot with what I was going to do for the playground. Um, Especially because like obviously, I don't normally build community lots. Like if I build a lot, it's a house. I This whole project has been very much me coming out of my shell, you know, making over elders, making over men, because I don't like doing either one of those, and building in general, but mostly community lots, has definitely been an interesting time. So I took some inspiration from Tumblr, some inspiration from a couple other um, YouTubers who are working on their forever saves. This like wheel ground set by Sibulet very much worked out. Um, I want to say maybe like a week after I built this lot, Cowbuild put out a um CC set, which is like a CC version of the playground equipment that we got with Adventure Awaits. So that was fun to see. I'm not sure. I'm still getting used to like figuring out how I want to record these videos. So for the playground, obviously I had started a little bit because I thought I was going to figure out the whole layout first and then record me like uh decorating it, but I ended up just recording the whole thing. As, excuse me, I don't know, my voice started to disappear then. As for the other lots though, I will be building the layout. So like the entire shell, and then in the video I'll go in and put wallpaper and windows, or some I might put windows and doors in first before I start recording. I went back and forth with the colors a shit ton. Um, but like we'll be doing 2 lots in this video, so the second lot you'll see that I already had begun building it, and then I was just showing you decorating it. Uh, Pretty much there's one sim in Newcrest who has like ties to other worlds. The other 3 families are just like Max's curated sims. So one of them is the Purdue family, which is Ollie and Cassidy Purdue, who are siblings, and then Ollie's wife, Babs, who she has a different last name, but I gave her the same last name as her husband, because why not? Um, I struggled with this playground, by the way, like trying to figure out how I wanted to do it was a struggle, because I didn't want it to just be like this one long straight line. I think it ended up being that way. Um, but I honestly do really like the way that the playground turned out. I was trying to incorporate to where like any age Sims could come here, like toddler, like I was trying to do like infant, toddler, child, and then like young adult and teen Sims have their own little like spot too. But I think specifically because it's a playground lot, I ended up just going mainly for child Sims, and then like there's like a little chess area for elders and just but a playground. I also have a playground or like a small playground lot in the back of the restaurant owned by Bob Pancakes, and there's also an arcade there. So like there's it's useful for multiple different ages. So it's I'm trying my hardest to have as many versatile lots as possible without it like just feeling overcluttered. Um, but the other two families in Newcrest are part of my uh, what is it called? What is it called? I literally just had it and then I got distracted by a Discord notification. Oh, I want to build an elementary school. I'm not sure if I want to do it so it's functional with Adventure Awaits or if it's functional with the Go to School mod, but it will be functional in some way. And then I want to build, so it's gonna be like a middle school slash elementary school. And I already figured out it's gonna be in San Sequoia. Um, what's it called? And then I want to build a preschool as well. So I have, I used, actually, I can tell you right now who the creator is because I have Tumblr open. I got the inspiration for this from, oh, I thought they were saved in here. Hold on. Dusk Simulus? Simulark? I think that's I don't know how you pronounce that. If I'm like messing that up, I'm sorry. But they have um a bunch of great posts, by the way, on their Tumblr for like inspiration for like lore and stuff. Um, but they have these three sets of posts. One's like a daycare slash preschool, I think. The other one is elementary, and then the last one is like high school. But they look like yearbooks, and then you can see all of the infant, toddler, children, and teen sims they have in their save. Um, but on one of the pages on each of these is like the staff pages that you'll find in yearbooks. And one of the main reasons that I didn't want to do an elementary and like a preschool kind of a thing was I had already decided the um like careers for almost all of the Sims in my game, and so trying to create Sims from scratch that would fill in the slots for the teachers, and then like how many teachers would be male and how many would be female kind of thing. Like, it was just stressing me out a bit. So seeing that they had already chosen some Sims that were like posted my Maxis that they just made over and they put as teachers was very helpful, and so I took inspiration from that. Um, so one of them is uh the Sage family, which is a mom and dad, and then two infant twins, I'm pretty sure they are. And I think the dad is supposed to be like the teacher, or like one of the teachers. And then the other one is the Flynn family, which is a single dad, a child, and a toddler. So those two families live in my apartment building uh, that I have in Newcrest, and then Ruby Broke, she um runs a small daycare um in one of the small house out of her house which is like one of those like 20 by 15 or 20 by 20 lots that's in like the top neighborhood of Newcrest. So you'll see me do the daycare in this video as well. But I had so much fun decorating that, not gonna lie. And I like the idea that initially that daycare was run by like this older lady who has now retired and is probably living in like a senior living area. Um, and so when Ruby moved out of her parents' house or parents' trailer, really, because her parents live in a trailer, um, she moved into that house and the old lady just kind of sold the house with all the furnishings in it, and she just hasn't put in the money to replace the furnishings for like her living area, but like she's updated the area where the infants and toddlers like hang out. As you can see, the structure of the playground is coming together a little bit more. I wanted to have like this kind of just general hangout area that isn't like that eating like covered spot. So I put like these little sales tables and then um some chess tables. I also put the hopscotch down and one of those um like performer areas. So I thought that would work nicely. And then I think I put like a normal like vendor food stall here. I could be wrong though. I can't remember. It's been like a few weeks since I recorded this, so and I haven't like I mean I could load up the lot because I do have my game open in the background. Um so I could see before we get to that point. But I think this lot was the one that I struggled with the most out of this corner of Newcrest. Um, yeah, I wanted the whole lot to look as cohesive as possible, and I do still like it, like when I like load into it. I just feel like there's too much free space. Uh, that like block of cement area over by the like mulch playground area, I um put like one of those like floor mural things down. I had downloaded these items that one was that water fountain. Two are these like pet bed and food things. Like, I think one of them's meant for like an urban area and one's meant for like a more like natural looking area. So like pets will like lay in it, and then I think I gave this lot like like to where like stray cats and stray dogs like come and hang out. I love around The Sims 4 for like random clutter CC. I love it so much. I also added in that little bike rack area that you saw me put down. I put like actual like these things. I don't know what they're called. So that when like Sims come over, it like looks like there's like a spot for them to put their bike. Yeah, there it is, the mural that I placed down. I might change up the way that this little corner looks. Just because like I feel like there's just too much going on here. Or like not enough and it's like too much of an empty space, I should say. But the rest of it is literally just me landscaping, which I'm not gonna lie, I've gotten better. Don't get me wrong, definitely gotten better. At landscaping, but I'm just going to put some music on, let you guys enjoy the landscaping, and I will come back when um we move on to the next lot. So now we have moved on to um Ruby Broke's house. We're gonna start off on the second floor, which is like the actual like living area of the house. As you can see, I've already put in wallpaper and windows and doors, and I've figured out the layout. It wasn't too difficult to figure out the layout for the slot. I think what I really struggled with was um a lack of space because I wanted the whole lot to be small. Don't get me wrong. I definitely wanted the lot to be a smaller lot. I purposefully put her on the smaller lot. Um, I did not realize how small or like how much of a challenge it would be having her on the slot. As you can see, there's like a main kind of like play area. On the bottom floor, there is a bathroom so that the toddlers can use like toddler potties, and I think I put a bathtub in there so she can bathe them without having to take them up into her like apartment area. Um, and then that little side room is like the like the nap room. uh what is it called? Where like all the little kids would go and take their naps. I used a lot of um a winged llama, sorry, uh on the slot. Sorry, I'm trying to. Sorry, I was getting random like pop-up notifications over on Discord. I was trying to figure out what that was. Um, I use a lot of a winged llama because again, I wanted it to very much feel like this is an old house that she's just kind of moved into because the lady who was living here can no longer live here anymore. I don't think I'm going to make the old lady. I think it's just kind of part of the story. um, but I really like the way that the house turned out. I do think like there's a couple of things that she maybe would have upgraded, and like that like oven. I don't think that oven would have originally been here. I think it would have been like an older oven. I think the fridge is still the original fridge. I just maybe it's a newer fridge. I can't tell. But obviously I had to put the boob lamps because that's just okay. Something that kind of upsets me about a lot of forever save videos that I've been seeing people do is this might be a little bit too American of me, and I'm sorry. But um I've been seeing a lot of people do like um American style builds for certain worlds, but like when I look at it, I can tell that it's American inspired, obviously. However, I just don't feel like it's American enough, if that makes sense. Like it looks like someone attempted it looks like a TV show set that like almost got it right. And one of the main things is the lighting. Like some people put like these like a bunch of like almost all of the houses I've seen, even like the lower class houses, that I think that's where like it really pisses me off is it's in the lower class houses. They have these pendant lights. And that may be okay, and like maybe in like the dining room, okay, I can get it. But like in the living room, there's no fan with a light in it, or like in bedrooms, and the fucking boob light, which I feel like is in like every, in a majority of houses, at least maybe where I live. But like even growing up, a lot of our houses that like we lived in, at least half of the ceiling lamps in the house were the boob light. So I was very happy when I found one while Sushi shopping. Um, I think I used it in almost all of my houses in Foundry Cove. I think I might have actually actively used it in houses in Foundry Cove. So I don't know. I just had to make that little statement because it was pissing me off. Also, Oh, excuse me. I know that this is a bit more of a, I guess, a niche topic, but I I've said this a couple of times, and I'm sorry if it's like very repetitive, but I am a as realistic as I can kind of player. So for me, I really like using um Lot 51's Plum Bros mod to add in functional air conditioning into houses. You have to have vents in each of the rooms, or like at least one vent in each room, and you have to have a water cooler, and you have to have the AC unit kind of a thing. Obviously, if you download my builds and you don't have that mod, it will add like these just random floating things in the rooms, and I'm sorry about that. Um, but it also just makes the builds look so much nicer, especially when you're looking at it from inside the room, like being able to see the vent in the ceiling. It looks really neat. So, um, I also decided that she would have her own uh washing machine, like washer and dryer, and she wouldn't have to like take it to a laundromat. I feel like the stuff in the bedroom is all stuff that she bought. Like she would have bought all new furniture for her bedroom. Um, but I think everything else, just whatever the lady had there. I used mostly, who did I mostly use for downstairs? I know I used quite a bit of Around the Sims 4, at least specifically for like the little infant, um, like bassinets in the nap room, and then I think majority of the toys in the main playroom are 6MCC. Yeah, I think they were like almost all 6MCC. And then I use quite a bit of Around the Sims 4 for the outside, like little play area. Only two toddlers and two infants can take a nap at the same time, but I feel like she would only have like max four toddlers and max four infants that are in the daycare at a time because it's such a small area. So I don't think it's too big of an issue. But I'm going to leave you guys once again to enjoy some music, and I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. I will have three more build videos, and then we'll move on into uh doing. I think it's two cast videos for Newcrest, and then Newcrest is done. Um, wait, no, I lied. Not two more build video. I don't know. I still haven't figured out how many builds I'm gonna do in each video. This one is just two for now, but we'll see what happens. But I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. And yeah, bye bye.